NASA told me about a Spanish fella called Carlos who gave up his life as a successful lawyer in Europe to move to Sumbawa full-time and help the people living in poverty. In his 8 years here, Carlos has helped educate countless thousands of people, young and old. He has also raised money for people in need of operations.
Buenos días. How are you, man?
Yeah, good.
So everything started in 2005 when I arrived for my first time to Indonesia. I was here with some friends from Basque Country for a surf trip. A friend of mine from Bali told me that if I wanted to know the real Indonesia, I needed to go to another island, and he mentioned Sumbawa. As soon as I arrived to the airport of Bima in Sumbawa, I was very shocked to see the difference between Sumbawa and Bali. It seemed like another country. Wooden houses, horses in the road, kids without clothes. So, well, I was pretty shocked. I arrived to Lakey Peak. One day I was walking in the beach and one kid wanted to talk with me, and he could not speak English. I asked him why he could not speak English, and his answer was, "Teacher no good, teacher no good." So I told him that the next day I was going to start teaching him English. I just had the dictionary to learn Indonesian from English, so it was just, well, the key was to use it in the opposite way. I told him to bring his friends. Next day I went to the place where I agree with this kid, and you cannot imagine my surprise to see that the kid brought all the village. We are talking about 150 people. Grandparents, grandmothers, fathers, mothers, everybody with their book, ready to learn. So straight away I understood that before that, nobody never helped them. And I see that they were very thirsty to change their life. So I keep teaching every day English to these kids and their families until my trip was over. I went back to Spain. I was pretty sad. I could not forget the local people here and the extreme poverty that they are living. And I decided to change everything, to sell everything that I have in Spain, to give up my job as a lawyer in Spain, and to give my life to them. I set up my NGO in Spain. February 2010, everything was set up here, and also in Spain, my NGO was set up, and I came here to live. It's already 8 years living here, and well, that's the story of Harapan project. So before, when I used to ask them, what do you want to be when you become adult? They always say, I want to be a policeman, I want to be an artist or a singer, soccer player, blah, blah, blah. So now the kids, they are starting to answer, I want to become a doctor, I want to become a teacher. So I believe the best way I am helping them, I am teaching them, is not what I teach in school. It's a very basic education. It's with my example to become a good human. I don't have a salary. I just cover the cost of my life here. And so many people say, man, you are crazy, you give up your life in Spain as a lawyer, very successful life, PricewaterhouseCoopers, good car, good house, everything easy for you. But at the end I was not happy. I believe we are, as I tell you, we are in this life for something else, and man, the love and the how you say, yeah, the love and the karma that I'm getting from these people, the love that they show me every day, there's no salary in the world that can give you that, you know? Like we can see in our countries, we have everything, but we are not happy. Here they don't have nothing, but they are happy. They are always with a big smile in their face. So sometimes I believe like, yeah, we are trying to help them, but man, maybe they need to help us to understand this life. Just this capitalist system, I think is wrong. We don't need all these things that to purchase everything that we want, to get all the chicks that we want. No, this has no sense. It just give a fake happiness. The real happiness is something else, to feel, to have this feeling inside that, yeah, you are in the right way. And well, when you talk with these people and you explain them, man, in my country there's many people suffering from depression. Says, what is this, depression? Are you crazy? You have everything, you have depression. Man, here we don't have nothing, but we are happy. So what's wrong with your countries? So
that's incredible.
Yeah, sometimes I believe they are the ones that need to help us to understand why we are in this life, Yeah. Challenges, many challenges here in the project. The hardest work of the project is to look for funds. When people think about Harapan project, an NGO, they think of a big team, a big human team, which is not true. I am alone in the project. I am the person who teaches the kids. I am the person who brings them to hospital when they are sick. I am the person who goes to Spain to fundraise. It's not because I want, it's just because I don't have the funds enough to contract a team yet. When I am here in Indonesia helping them, there's no funds coming, even if I have a lot of followers in Instagram, Facebook, whatever, but it's pretty hard to get funds. So when I go to Spain, I work hard to get funds, and with a little bit that I can fundraise there, we can do wonderful things here. Another, in a personal way, it's very hard to be abroad from, far from my family, far from my girlfriend. My girlfriend lives in Spain. I see her every 6 months. So during this year, many times I have felt alone, and like carrying this, just like a horse carrying this, you know. I have a friend from Germany that had studied in Harvard University, and he said, give me the case, I'm going to talk with the best oncologist in the world. So doctors from all over the world, Australia, Europe, States, gave their point of view, and all of them give the same diagnosis. There was no solution other than amputation. I denied to hear them, and I keep looking for a doctor that could save her, until I met this young doctor from international hospital. He's from Bali, Dr. Andatusta. He said he believed that another solution was possible, because it was just a matter, like the tumor was super huge, but it was just a matter to work hard in the operation. And we did a biopsy. The biopsy said it was no cancer, but then other doctors said the tumor was too big, so maybe cancer was hiding inside, whatever. So he said, okay, I think I can do something. We need the approval from my boss. His boss is the most reputed oncologist in Southeast Asia. We met him, and he denied the operation. He didn't give the authorization for the operation. So the young doctor proposed me to hide to the operation. The operation took 9 hours. It was successful, and now Debbie's back in the village, safe, her leg. She's back in the school, going every day on bicycle, running and playing as any other kid in the world deserves. The operation of Debbie was 12,000 euros, just the operation, then the cost of the transportation, to rent a room, food, blah, 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 blah. So this is just one kid, so you can imagine how hard for me was to raise these funds.
That's amazing.
No, I'm not amazing.
No,
I'm
no.
just another human like you, just doing what I believe. You know, I believe in this life we are for something else than just to make money and look for our own happiness. I am not religious, but I believe in God. I think we have a purpose, a bigger purpose than just be here and be happy. That is to become a good human, and this is what I'm doing, to try to be a good human and help the most poor people in this world.